Go. 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 55, we're winning. Go. 6,000. My heart is racing so hard. So this is gonna be hopefully my engine for my ZL1. Finally, oh my goodness, dude. 6,000. Thanks, Paul, for not bidding on it. So 71.
What with fees? Yeah, 71.
Okay. Here we are, picking up the CTS-V for the engine. Here's the CTS-V. I didn't want to record much because this is someone's business. So we stopped by the gas station to get some gas. Here is the caddy. Just a lot of burns. Everything from like here up looks good, at least on this side. Headlight is gone, just like even these center caps are just gone. Rubber. I think maybe I could reuse the tire. Look at the inside. It's just gone. There's nothing. The brakes might be able to be cleaned up, hopefully. That's just paint peeling, because these are expensive brakes. They're Brembos. So here's the engine. We got it home, and here's just some things I want to show you guys. Here's the air box. There's literally aluminum nuggets. Look at this. Everything I need should be here though. Supercharger, block. Yeah, look at these wire harnesses, just gone. Some salvageable things, but I need that. Thing is, I'm not worried about any of this because I have all the things from my ZL1. So yeah, we're chilling. Hopefully. Yeah, there's some more little aluminum chunks. Here's glass. So we're just gonna be cleaning some of this stuff out right now. So a really cool thing I actually saw is on these exhausts, they have valves right there. Little cutouts that open, one there, one there. The trunk split into two. So I didn't record any of this because I can't find my head mount, but I got the whole front end off pretty much. There's the crank. I just gotta spin that one, and if this thing spins, this engine is good. Let's twist it. Oh yeah, got compression and everything. There we go. Oh yeah, that's a good sight to see. Here we go, motor's good, it's not seized or nothing, so that's always a good thing. Here's a little update with the CTS-V. Today we're taking it to Arthur's shop. I kind of went to town on it. Whenever I'm working by myself, I forget to record. So here's what we're doing right now. We backed up the trailer up to the lift, and we're just gonna roll it off. Threw some parts inside that we have, and in the back. So this is what we're doing right now, just inch by inch. We got the jack in the back. We even put a cam in this thing. We got the Cadillac in. Here we got some of the old engine parts that I had to grab from my house. Here's the car. Has the X pipe. My ZL1 doesn't even have an X pipe. So we got the diff, or not the diff. The diff's right here. This is the drive line. This is off. We got the exhaust disconnected. We got, I believe, most everything disconnected. It's time for us to lower the engine. We'll lower the car and then put the engine onto there. We went through, undid all the engine mounts. The engine is currently sitting on the table. It is not held up by the car anymore. We just undid the struts because it'd be just easier that way. instead of doing all the control arms, it's gonna take a while. This is just the fastest way to do it.
Yep.
So now we're seeing if there's anything else that's still connected that we need to just clip off, and then we're just gonna very slowly lower it. Gotta be careful, dude. This thing's not cheap.
Yeah, I know.
What's going on, Arthur?
Something got stuck a little bit.
Well, try to get it loose. Press on it a little. There you go. Dude, just loosen it with the bolt. He just wants to cut stuff on something that's not German.
Very nice. CTS-V.
So we got the motor out of the shop and we're gonna be pressure washing it. Just keep cleaning some of it up and whatnot. This is all old stuff from my old engine that I brought just if I need to do stuff like sensors, or I know this fuel rail I'm gonna need. So we got the supercharger lid off, and well, there's like water and oil in here. Don't know where that's from. So we're gonna pull out a spark plug and make sure in the spark plugs it's all good and nothing's all messed up. So there's no water inside or nothing like that. Kind of sucks that I have to tear open this engine, possibly. But whatever, we keep going. There's no turning back. So we went through on the supercharger and put the new fuel lines on. Fuel rails, injectors, the supercharger. Looks good. Sounds good. We put a bore scope in him. It looked good. Just like a little bit of a buildup from the carbon and everything. So we're going to Motion to pick up some supercharger oil, because since I'm already pulling it out, might as well put new oil in. We're on our way to Motion. The super oil fast. You floored it. Well, I can't. I gotta cover that up. You can't show the speed we're going.
We're in Mexico.
Yeah. Oh, Mexico. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, we're Mexico. The pine trees are looking great today in Mexico. We got the oil that we need, supercharger oil specifically. I called literally O'Reilly's, literally everyone. Nobody had it. Motion did. Not sponsored, nothing. But shout out to them. If you need racing parts, they got them. So we may have made a little mistake on our side. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Like, it's not good, but it's not that big of a deal. Since the fire was like back here and like kind of got up to here. Arthur, here, I'm talking. These seals kind of probably got messed up while we were pressure washing. I believe water got in through here, because on this side there's a little bit of water, and in the supercharger there was a little bit of water.
That could make sense in the supercharger too.
Yeah, because the back of the supercharger, if you look on this lid, this is on there. Arthur, let me talk, please. This looks like it's gone, because it's supposed to look like that. So that's why water probably got in. So I hope it's not from before, but from what it looks like, it doesn't look that bad. So I'm gonna pull this one off and then show you guys the water inside, if there's water. Okay, so I went through and kind of popped this off. I haven't really looked inside, so let's see what's in here. Yeah, there's like water in here. And that's just, I believe that's from.
Yeah, it has to be.
Has to be, because water, how does water get in there? It's all enclosed. So if we look at this, like, look how this is all messed up here. So that's definitely where it came from. Yeah. So a little bit of a oopsie on our part. We didn't think that through. Let's go see my ZL1. We're going to our super secret spot. I don't want to walk. Jeez, dude. My bumper's like falling off, dude. Here's all this stuff in my ZL1. Just kind of put in the trunk. Yeah, I'm gonna delete this chrome. I don't like this chrome. Here is the 2 valve covers that I need. Oh, the one on the burnt car had a little messed up sensor, so I went through and put my old cover on for my ZL1 because the sensor's here. My ZL1 does not have this pump, it's electric, so that's definitely have to be pulled off. Then next thing is going to be probably, once we get all these things off, get it off the subframe, the actual engine and transmission. So yeah, there's the engine right here, and we moved it out of the way. We put the subframe back onto the CTS-V, and we're pretty much getting ready to take this sucker out, put on the trailer, and take it to a recycling place. So we got shots. We got the trailer out. There we go. We got the caddy. Ooh, finally. We got this thing out of here, engine out. Engine's almost ready to be put into the ZL1. Now we're gonna go through, clean everything up, reorganize stuff. Here's the engine. Ooh, we got a little bit of coolant coming out from the coolant hoses. Not a big deal. I like that. I'm gonna probably hang this up or something. That's kind of cool. Owning the CTSV and the ZL1 at the same time. Did they both run? No, but I'm not gonna tell nobody that. What time is it? I don't even know what time it is. What time is it? Time is 7:36. We started working at about, I'd say 9-ish. For getting a non-working car that barely rolls into here and out in the same day is kind of crazy. It's so cool seeing my car slowly come together. I've owned my ZL1 for about, I think I got it like September. It was like just beginning to be fall. This tree had leaves on it still. And now it's about what, the end of March? It's March 27th. So I've owned it for about 6 months and still haven't heard it run, which is crazy. Now time for us to wash the floor.
Came out from Hawaii. Surfing there was amazing. Recommend a 10 out of 10. You should know who I am.
So we got the ZL1 finally in the shop. It took a lot longer than we wanted. So we used the four-wheelers to push it a little bit. It's like against the bar. This thing is so hard to push. The alignment on this tire is like this way. This one is this way. The rear tire is flat. Guys, look. Sheesh. Gonna throw the front bumper on. Dude, I'm looking how good my car looks right now. Yeah, that mold sucks.
Yeah, that's no more.
That's what happens whenever you forget to roll up your window after you guys pull out the battery and everything. Mold. That sucks. Ooh. It's okay.
How did we do in the back?
I got a plug. DK Detailing will clean all this. So we dropped the oil pan, and since the oil pan is different, the oil suction tubes are also different. So this one will go like right here. The other one was like hitting against there. And look, I was cleaning this filter right here, and this is all the shading that came out of it. Look at this. That's so many of them. For this thing to suck up that much of it, this thing had to be ran for so long. If the engine blows, and most people, they'll shut off the car, boom, stop it, you know, just, but these people drove it for a while. I think I got pretty much it all out. Still going through cleaning it, just double checking. That's pretty crazy. Okay, so now that we got the oil pan on, everything figured out there, I got the engine back on the subframe. Have it still a little tight, but still moves around a little bit, has a little bit of wobble to it. We're gonna be putting on the clutches onto the flywheel right here. So we found a small little problem. Whenever we were pulling off the oil pan, there was something in the timing chain that was like rattling, or I don't know, something seemed off. So now what we did is we pulled off all the water pump, all the tensioner pulleys to get to the crankshafts, and we could open this sucker up because something sounded just a little bit off. And I'd rather have the peace of mind, or whenever driving the car, that everything's all good, than having that little thought in the back of my head, hey, is there something wrong with my timing chain? And might as well do it right now than later. I think there's something off right here somewhere. We were able to feel something loose whenever we brought our hands up from here. So I did some research, and on the LSAs, I guess they're
tensioners, the belt tensioners, are not the best, and they could fail very early on. So we opened all this up, and look at that. The tensioner is like, oh, where's this metal piece at? It's just barely hanging on. Yeah, this piece. There's supposed to be a pin that holds it like that right there. Through here, there's supposed to be a pin.
Yeah, should be.
I just had a feeling deep down. That's why you stick with your gut. Even though sometimes something looks like off or something, but it's just deep down, something's telling you. Most of the time, that's God telling you, hey, just do it, do the little bit of extra work. This will save you a lot of trouble in the future. You gotta just sometimes learn to listen to that feeling, and that's what it did.
So this is what pushes the top piece here. There's no pin here. So this is what holds it down, I guess. Then you have to let it.
There's supposed to be a pin.
Yes, when it's new. But then you take out the pin and this puts pressure on it. But since this thing's broken, that thing is what holds pressure on it.
Yeah, it's broken right here. Then the rest of it is, where is it? Right there.
I mean, this wouldn't really hurt it,
Yeah,
but still, that's a little
nice
more
too.
excessive blade than it.
Yeah, that's what we were hearing.
Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's
not good at all. Yep, went with my gut, and turns out, good thing I did.
Okay, so this is kind of the failure.
This is what sits down there. This is what pushes it, and then if it broke off, yeah, this thing's gone. And it's loose.
We'll still make sure everything's all timed correctly.
Yeah, there's a timing mark. All we gotta do is that
Line up
dot
the
and
time.
this dot
Okay.
line up. I did that on the lawnmower engine. That's how it works on there. So it should be the same here. Same,
Lawnmower and LSA, same, but a little bit different. About like 20 grand difference, huh?
No, that lawnmower is expensive, bro.
Okay, sorry, 10 grand difference. Yay, so fun. Get a LS, they said. It'll be fun, they said. It's reliable, they said. There's your problems right there. So this is how it's supposed to look. Right there. So we got this back on. It took a lot of pressure to get that sucker in. I think we did enough. It says you do 240 foot-pounds, and then 140 degrees after that. But we were able to only move it like, I think like 90 degrees. I mean, we were literally gonna break the cheater bar. It was bending like crazy. It was like an arch. So I think I just called it there. We went through and just with some nail polish colored it in just to see if it's gonna move on us. It shouldn't, but if it does, that's not good. We'll go through and retighten it. Engine back on the subframe. We're getting ready to put the supercharger on. After the supercharger, probably gonna throw the transmission on and then be ready to bolt it back in where it goes. This took so much longer than expected. I wanted to be done on Saturday. It's already Tuesday. But they're just things that popped up that we did not know were gonna pop up. So we pretty much dismantled everything in the engine except for the head gasket, or the heads off the block. Pretty much everything else was disassembled. Pretty confident in the motor.
So we got the
we got the supercharger on the case. We're gonna be putting on the cover, but since this is off the ZL1 and there were shards everywhere, we're gonna go through and gonna have to clean off the inside and everything. You're probably gonna pull something like that on me, huh? Just disconnect one of the spark
I'll
plugs.
make it start tapping.
Yeah,
Like,
you'll tap it.
Pulls, bud.
Because it's April 1st today, so. In the supercharger, it's a little bit different than the CTS-V one. So here's it's sitting right here. Size-wise, this one's thicker. Like this.
That was you.
Bless you. These sit different than here, and those sit the same back here. So if you have a ZL1 radiator or whatever for the supercharger, it will not fit the CTSV lid. So whatever lid you get, you need to get that cooler for it.
same, but different.
That.
Here's another thing that Arthur actually kind of found out. On the ZL1, the cooling hoses to the supercharger, radiator, or whatever it is in the front. On the CTS-V,
It's in the back.
right here. That's the front. This is the back, so it's in the back. So yeah, there's a lot different with the ZL1 and the CTS-V. A lot of people were like, yeah, it's the same, just throw it on and it'll fit. There's actually a lot of different stuff, which I'm very surprised GM actually did that, because most of the time GM just goes cheap and there's boom, boom, flip flop, everything. This engine's so much taller now with the supercharger on. It's massive. So we're getting all the wiring on. Another thing the CTS-V had different than the ZL1. The CTS-V had coolant running from here. We had to plug it up, but that place that we plugged up, the ZL1, that one runs into here, which this is an electrical piece. So also that's different. I'm gonna need to go home, get that little piece. I'll show you guys the differences between them whenever I get back. So this sucker right here is for a coolant line to go through, but on the CTS-V it was an electrical plug-in or something. So I don't know why they would be different, but yeah, there you go. There's another piece that's different from the CTS-V to the ZL1 LSA engine. Old transmission onto the new block. Well, new for us block. Wiring harness looks pretty good. There's still a couple little things still need to be connected, which is on the car. So here we are. We got the headers on with the cats each side. We got the transmission hooked up. We're gonna be backing it up and putting it in. Arthur, what do you say about that?
Finally, it's about time.
So once we get the subframe on, transmission on, bolted onto the car, we're gonna call it a night, and then I'll be out here bright and early tomorrow, hopefully. Oh yeah. Arthur might be getting a new car tomorrow.
Yeah, finally sold my X6M.
Yeah, he's
Sadly, unfortunately, not much content with that car, but
I mean, you took it to the drag strip in one video. Nice and easy. There we go. Subframe part 1, 2, 3. On this side, in this side, same spot. 1, 2, 3. And there you go. That's what holds the engine up. Here we go. We got it. Engine sitting on the subframe. Car is down. Set it down for tonight just in case. So we're back. Stuff getting hooked up. All the wiring, all the hoses, everything. This is the work that literally takes forever. Another thing, the CTS-V radiators literally sat all the way butted up to the main crank. In the ZL1, there's a good about 4 inches more of space forwards. Okay, so
all right. First start on the ZL1.
hopefully it starts.
Remember, don't let her run. It needs to prime up. Do it a few more times. Okay, let's check the oil level. Okay, one more time. Alright, Archon scanner.
So now, since the engine started and ran for a little bit, I put all the control arms back. We still can't figure out where this plug goes, but I mean, obviously it's not that big of a deal because the car runs. Now we're getting ready to put the exhaust on. Both these tires are
You just gotta replace it.
I gotta do a burnout, then replace them.
Break it. Right there.
Break in the engine with the burnout.
The sensor that we missed is the crankshaft sensor, and it's above the starter, so we missed it.
So we're pulling the starter off to get to that. We got the exhaust on too, so now we'll be able to hear how it sounds like with the exhaust.
Happy New Year.
Let's go! Finally, it sounds good, huh?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Nice.
Dude, I saw you jump a little.
I did not expect that.
So now, for now, the last piece that needs to go on, we still got to flush the transmission, but we're putting the bumper on now. Here we go. This is how it's gonna sit for the weekend, since Arthur's gonna be busy.
He did actually get a car, and by the time this video comes out, he will probably already be driving it.
So I went through on the ZL1, did a
transmission oil change, and then I went through to bleed the clutch. The clutch bleeder is in such a bad spot, such a pain to do.
That's the one thing GM you guys did not do good. But other than that, parts were cheap, not bad. Here we are, gonna be a cold start for you guys. So it does smoke. We're guessing that's from the cats. Got the oils in the cats. But it should go away. Paul just said let it idle or whatever for an hour. It'll go away. What do you think?
Not as loud as the Hellcat, but it'll do. Yeah, you can see oil right here.